If you feel like you've been stuck skinny fat forever, then you're not alone. Most guys stay in this weird limbo where they're not overweight, but they're not lean and they're not muscular either. And it's not because you're lazy, you've actually been doing the right things, but you've just been doing it in the wrong order. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to escape the skinny fat look and how you can do it in a fraction of the time, avoiding the mistakes that keep you stuck. But before I break down the 3 rules you need to follow and then the exact timeline it takes to get rid of the skinny fat look, there's one reason it's taking you way longer than it should. And once you understand this, your progress is going to instantly speed up. Most skinny fat guys stay stuck because they think they need to pick one, either a bulk, a cut, or a recomp. And that's binary thinking, and that kept me skinny fat for years. When I first started, I cut from 250 pounds down to 165 pounds, thinking that it would give me abs. And all it did was just make me skinny. Then I bulked to 210 pounds, thinking that muscle would magically appear, and I just got fat again. What I didn't realize is that skinny fat isn't about choosing one method. It's about using all of them in the right order, at the right time, with the right habits behind them. The real reason you're stuck is very simple. You make the wrong move at the wrong time, and then you waste months on doing that exact mistake. The biggest mistakes I made all came down to focus, and it's because I didn't understand what actually creates an aesthetic physique. And it's actually very simple. You lose fat and you build muscle, and both matter equally. But I trained with poor intensity, I ate way too little protein, and I made random decisions about when to bulk or when to cut. And every wrong choice added months to my timeline, which overall meant that I was stuck for years. So I'd take one step forward and then I would take 2 steps back. And the moment I realized, which sounds very obvious now that I say it out loud, is that to fix skinny fat, I just needed to do the opposite of what actually makes you skinny fat. And then organizing this into a clear roadmap, and that's when everything clicked into place. So the moral of the story is that you fix skinny fat by controlling all of the variables at play in the right order. So like I already mentioned, I thought that all I had to do was pick one method and I'd get abs. So whether that was to bulk, cut, or recomp. But that's not how it works. The real goal is to build a roadmap that works backwards from your end result and then follow it step by step. So you want to think of this like using Google Maps, and if you put in a destination, it gives you the fastest route based on traffic and delays. But if you drive the same way most skinny fat guys approach fitness, you'd never get there, or it would take you absolutely forever. Here are the only rules that matter. Rule 1 is to train hard. Your body won't build muscle unless you force it to adapt. Rule 2 is to eat enough protein. Protein is the building block of muscle, so without it, nothing changes. Rule 3 is to make the right decision at the right time. So you don't want to bulk too early, you don't want to cut for too long, and you don't want to try everything at once. Once I followed these rules and paired them with an actual roadmap, my physique finally started to take shape, and I went from 2 years of staying stuck to finally getting lean and muscular. So how long does it actually take to fix a skinny fat look? And before I break down this 3-phase roadmap, which is the exact same one that my clients use, if you want someone to build your own personal roadmap for your physique, then my skinny fat program opens on January the 1st, 2026. So the waitlist is open now, so sign up before spots run out. Now let's break down the exact timeline/roadmap that's going to completely get rid of the skinny fat look. Phase 1 is to get under 15% body fat, and this is going to take around 4 to 6 weeks. The goal here is to get rid of the soft look and set yourself up for a productive lean bulk. You want to train hard, keep protein high, and maintain your strength in the gym, and you don't want to try and get shredded because this is just going to waste a bunch of your time. Phase 2 is to build muscle, and this is going to last around 20 to 28 weeks. And your goal here is to add enough size to replace the skinny fat shape. You want to train hard, apply progressive overload to every set in the gym, and you want to be in a small surplus. You don't want to rush the bulk because you're just going to get fat. And it matters because muscle is the key to getting rid of the skinny fat look. Then phase 3 is to reveal the muscle that you've built, and this is going to take around 8 to 10 weeks. The goal here is to get just about lean enough to finally reveal the definition on your frame. You want to keep protein high, keep lifting heavy, and then try and avoid again getting really shredded here, similar to the mini cut, because again, you simply just don't have enough muscle to get that lean yet. And this is finally where you're going to get rid of the skinny fat look. So if you combine all the phases together, you're going to get around 7 months, and that's only if you do it properly. So if you actually want to get there fast and do it in the most efficient way possible, I'd recommend you sign up to my January the 1st, 2026 waitlist, because this means that I can keep you accountable and keep you on the right plan without veering and going back to skinny fat again. And if you're now wondering, okay, I know how to get rid of the skinny fat look, but how do I get a visible 6-pack and finally get that aesthetic physique that I'm after? Because fixing skinny fat is one thing, but getting a shredded 6-pack is going to take a completely different timeline to get to. So watch this video next, because otherwise you're going to repeat all of the mistakes that you've just learned to avoid, and you're not going to understand the timeline it takes to go from skinny fat to 6-pack abs, which again is what we're all after in the first place. We just want that aesthetic physique.